Today we're going to talk about which class should you choose in Brighter Shores and what are the differences in gameplay between the three of them, at least at the present time during early access launch, as this topic will absolutely need an update in the future once more content is released. For more Brighter Shores content, consider to like and subscribe, but let's see those classes. Once you reach episode 2 of the main story, at the early stages of it you will enter the Magic Cave, where you will have to face the decision choosing between the three classes, or as some like to call them factions of Brighter Shores, the Cryo Knights, Guardians, or Hammer Mages. Despite the creator's intent of not having to choose a class before you know how and why, you still have to make this choice way too early in the game, and hopefully this video will help you with this dilemma, but remember, it's a permanent choice and cannot be changed later. The game does have a very minor tutorial for these classes, as you're allowed to talk with the class masters that appear here and ask what their magic is about. Vellumbrunn the Cryo Knight will tell you that Cryonay is a magic of ice that is strong versus Arborée, the nature magic, as plants don't like ice, but it is weak against Tempestay, the storm magic. Throntix the Lightningborn introduces Hammer Mages who get infused with the power of Tempestay, the magic of lightning, that is strong versus Cryo Knights as their armor conducts lightning, which I'll mention in the next bit, and that Hammer Mages are weak against Arborée, nature magic. Finally, the Dryad tells you that those who choose Arborée, the magic of nature, become guardians, and plants around you will come to your aid when you're in the most dire need. She repeats that plants don't like cold, so it is weak against Cryonay, but they are strong versus Tempestay. So as a very quick summary, now you understand that this is a combat and element triangle, as the three elements and classes counter each other, with each of them giving an advantage against an opposing element, while also gaining a disadvantage against the other. I do want to note here that choosing a class does not limit you to just that one element, as weapons still have elements of all kinds, but it is limiting your defenses and likely determines your abilities in the future. These abilities are not yet in the game, which is why I mentioned this topic certainly will require an update eventually. So that was the first major difference between classes, and the second, and in my opinion the most important one right now, is the equipment you're wearing. The three class masters also mentioned the armor the classes use, Cryo Knights preferring metal weapons and armor, Guardians using bone, and Hammer Mages using stone armor and big hammers. As you reach episode 3 of the story, you will also unlock the weapon crafting professions that will allow you to craft the class-specific equipment that you could only hope for until now from combat drops. While you will want to level all of them up to a certain point, depending on what class you have chosen, that's the crafting profession that you will want to focus on. So if you're a Cryo Knight, you will want to focus on blacksmithing, if you're a Guardian, you will want to do a lot of bone working, and Hammer Mages will dabble in stonemasonry. I'll also try to showcase here all the different equipment you'll be able to create. For now it's limited to weapons only. In future content apparently armor crafting will also unlock. You see, Cryo Knights will be using swords, great axes, bows and javelins. Hammer Mages will use all kinds of hammers and maces, even throwing hammers or bolas, and Guardians will equip clubs, spears, poleaxes, and even cool crossbows. For armor, I can only show what I've seen so far in the game, and I'll try my best, with Cryo Knight possibly looking the best in my opinion with full metal armor and iconic helmets, Hammer Mages having a sort of scale armor look with hoodies, and Guardians for me feel a bit underwhelming as their equipment is pretty minimalistic with bones and trophies covering them. I haven't seen a higher tier armor, or maybe this is all they have right now, but keep in mind this could and likely will change and improve as the game will get older. So all in all, that's a quick summary of what's different between the classes in this early stage of the game. Skills and abilities are apparently already underway, so that will be a big change for combat. But apart from your element you choose, it seems the main difference between classes is which appearance and aesthetic style you prefer for your character. And I have to admit, I do feel a bit bad for not starting a Cryo Knight here. Hope this video was helpful. If you watched it all, make sure to comment Cryo Knights below so that I know it. Like and subscribe for more Brighter Shores content, and I'll see you all in the next one.